we go. Okay. Yo. What? Bum, 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 bum. Wow, another thing, another chance to win some orbs on Discord, apparently. Well, I guess while I let it do its thing and all that, I guess I'll go ahead and technically get started. So, as always, everyone, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Rose is here, and today, or should I say tonight rather, I am back with another installment of Let's Play Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And on this little installment, if you want to call it that, I am back playing some regular Elden Ring. We're gonna be doing another little run with my fist build, aka the Adventures of Fisty McPunch'em. Last time we we made some progress and everything like that with the game. You know, we had gotten our main excuse me. We had basically gotten our main ruin, our main great ruin that we're going to be using. Um, which in this case is Godric Great Ruin because when activated, it gives some additional stats. It basically gives like some additional points temporarily to all of your stats and everything. So yeah, but yeah, we are around at the Castlemore Rampart area next to around little merchant dude. I think I was last here. I know I went to the Castlemore. I know I went to like Castlemore area over here, and I think like I might have ended it right here when I was when I was taking on the Knights Cavalry that's on the spawn right here at night. So there's that. But yeah, gonna show off the build, everything like that, characters, and all that stuff as well. So yeah, like I said, this is my character that I call Fisty McPunch'em. You know, it's sort of a meme build by name, but like it's a meme build by name, or it's a meme character by name, but someone who's a force to be reckoned with and all that. But yeah, so he's level 185. He's got max vigor, 14 mind, 37 endurance, max strength at most, 14 dex, 12 intelligence, 13 faith, and 16 arcane. His main, like I said, main great rune is going to be Godric Great Rune to the the ability for some of the stats and everything like that. as far as equipment goes and everything, I am using the Starfist. I have a cold infusement, hence why it's called Cold Starfist. Right now it's at +8 because it is a somber weapon, or not somber, it's a Smithing Stone weapon, so it's going to be one of those weapons that it goes all the way up like +25. And as far as the armor stuff goes, I am basically wearing the full Lionel set because of a certain reason, which I'll get to in a little bit. My talismans I have right now is the Bullgulch Talisman, Axe Talisman, and Dreadcrest Greenshield Talisman. And my fourth one, if everything goes well, will be Lord Blood's Exaltation. So, yeah. I was going to do something, I forgot what it was. But yeah, so the reason why I'm wearing the full Lionel set in this case is mainly because of it being like the closest thing to the Catarina armor that you can play around with, that you can really get in Dark Souls, and let alone also play around with in Night Rain, aka Elden Ring Night Rain. And especially because of the fact that the name of 50 McPunch'em came from when I did my Onion Raider build, when I did my Onion Raider run in Night Rain, and I had a build that was basically all about fists, where it's like how like dormant power ups discover fists, and HP upon fist attacks, and, all other jazz. But yeah, it was a fun little thing, and I was just like, and a friend of mine, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But he did a little thing over on his channel where he did a fist build, pretty much using the same exact weapon, which is which was Starfist. Only difference is that he didn't go cold with his infusement. He went with heavy, which I can kind of understand why. And, yeah, I was kind of inspired by that. I was like, you know what, I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to do that myself because, every now and then I kind of, see myself coming back to regular Elden Ring, and I was just like, as much as I, would like to have, certain characters, stay and all that, and I, kind of want to maybe make new ones and have new adventures and stuff like that. So, yeah. And as far as what he looks like underneath the the mask and everything, this is about as good as I can do, I think. It is basically the Raider from Night Rain and regular Elden Ring. I did not do this myself. I found a video on YouTube that was making, I think, like all the characters in Night Rain. And everything, and it was pretty good, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to, do that, because, I wanted to have, because, I was thinking to myself, it's like, if I want to do this, I want to kind of have it based on the character that, I gave the name to, so, hence why I made, the character be pretty much looking like Raider from Night Rain. And so, yeah. Another reason why that I'm using the full Lionel set is because it gives some very nice poise, and everything. I think what was it? Yeah, so on its own it gives like 84 poise, and then with Bullgulch Talisman you get 112. So that's always a little thing. I haven't worked on my Wondrous Physics stuff yet. I kind of forgot like what it is off the top of my head. Although I know I haven't saved. I haven't saved on Discord because Onyx sent me the thing, because he sent me his build and stuff like that. Which was slightly modified from what he did, but but right now though I just have like a Crimson Crystal tier, which restores half of my max HP. So it's kind of like a flask for right now. That's a little flask for right now to use. So yeah. trying to think about what I might. I'm trying to be like what I might want to try to do here. Let's go Smoldering Church real quick, because I think I'm gonna try, quote unquote, to take on the I think like the Putrid Avatar over there. Yeah, maybe got like some some stuff and things, there. I know there's also like a like a little. I'm trying to think it's like dungeon, something like that. But yeah. Alright. I have it, but just making sure if I don't have anything extra on me. I'm also kind of doing things at most where it's like, I try to find like a handful of the, ow! Get away from me. Where I was about to say, I was trying to like find like a handful of the, the summoning pools and stuff like that, to try and help people along the way. I wasn't ready! Ow! Like I wasn't fucking ready, you dumb bitch. There we go. There's Crystal Tier, Flames for like Crack Tier. Alright. But yeah. Oh. I'm trying to remember, like, where the fuck the, supposed, thing is at. Yeah, here. Yeah, here. I'm gonna kill every last one of you. Oh, there it is. Cause yeah, like at most, I'm gonna be trying, to, probably, I feel like at most, I'm probably gonna like, to play around with this, character from time to time, especially to, to like help people out every now and then. I'd say in a way, I would say like in a way maybe, like it would be like a way to sort of give Pei a break. Even though like with Pei, like I've done a lot with her and everything like that, and she would also be like used for the DLC as well. Even if I do even if I sometimes might randomly get summoned to concert return. Eh. Alright. Alright, so I have an idea as to what I'm wanting to do, hopefully. I just need to find the path. I just need to find the pathway down. I guess I'll go here. But yeah, the idea at most is probably going into oh god, Lindell, I believe. Like the idea for right now is I'm gonna try and see if I can get into Lindell, and everything, and just go from there. I was getting rid of a wall marker. That's FP. That's FP Scarabs. But yeah, I guess you could say that there's quote unquote like 2 reasons at most that I kind of wanted to, do a stream and everything, at this time. One of which per se is to sort of, and I'm not saying like like I'm fully like this, but it's sort of like a way to get some annoyance stuff that I have out of the system. Because I was silent because okay. So while we're riding, I'm going to tell you guys a little random story. So a few hours ago at most, I was playing some DVD, and I was trying to like play some Chaos Shuffle and everything before it goes away for who knows how long. And the first few matches that I had weren't really like the best and everything, and all that. Like I had, I think it was like probably like my second match that I had, but basically in a nutshell. But basically, in that show, what happened was, I went up against a Jason someone playing Jason for the second time, and I say second time because I had Jason, I had someone, I also went up against another Jason beforehand, but yeah, I was going up against this Jason player, and things weren't really going too well. Like everyone's like kind of going down, and everything like that, and then two of my teammates ended up DCing. I don't know if they got like the abandoned feature or not, but I didn't really see it. But overall, it seemed like they were. Overall, though, like it seemed like they were, like they were pretty. It overall seemed like they were pretty annoyed. Where it's like, you know what, I don't want to stay in this match anymore, so we're just going to DC or whatever. And I got annoyed because I tried to stick it out, and I was kind of thinking, maybe at most that this Jason, might be cool and be like, hey, I'm gonna go, kill the bots, and then maybe he'll let me live or something like that. But no, he didn't let me live whatsoever. Now. Now I know some people now I know some people, will probably like, kind of question, this, that, and the third, but like, it's like, oh, you didn't have to, and all that stuff, but I could, like, to me, and, this might sound like entitled, I don't really give a shit, but to me, though, like, I mean, they had basically like an easy win, like they basically like they barely had a match and everything like that, and then for them to, and then like for them to go after me and everything like that, just because they go, oh, it's just all this, that, whatever. Like even like I said, even like I was the last person there because I think like one person died and the other two people DC'd, and shit, and I was like, like I was like whatever, I guess. But but yeah, like I was pretty annoyed about the fact that he still came after me despite the fact that he had two bots and everything like that, and I pretty much messed him. I said, really, bro? And then he fucking gets all cocky and everything. It's like, you mad, man? GZ easy 4K, and I'm like, okay, like, okay, dude, settle down. You ain't that good, and everything like that. Had like a little talk, and it was like, I was pretty much like, I was like, okay, dude, take it easy. You barely had a match, and everything, and like my team, my other two teammates, they basically DC, and he's like, not my issue, and it's like, well, it kind of is. Even though I didn't say it, I was like, well, it kind of is, but it's like, it was like, but it's almost like, my teammates DC'd, and he's acting, and he was like, oh, it's not my issue. And basically basically the issue was he acted like he had like a really easy game, like like he was basically acting like he was God's gift to DBD. Like acting like he was so he acting like he was so good at the game because he had because like he had two people DC or things like 5 gens or whatever, and so yeah, like I called him out. I was like, don't get so full of yourself. You didn't really have a match, so you can't really. So you have like no. And this was like some of this part stuff was like me, kind of like saying it in my head. It's like I was just like, but I was just like, okay, dude, like you're not really that good. You barely had a match. You have no ground to stand on. Saying like, it's like, oh, GG easy. Because like I say, he barely even fucking did anything. And then I think like sure enough, I had another Jason, but this one was not as bad. Like this one wasn't really that bad at all. Like I had no issues or anything like that. I mean, even though I believe I told myself like, well, like I still hated the outcome of the match. It's like like dying to the point where like I couldn't really do anything. But I went in, and this person that I faced was this Jason was a streamer that I faced. So it's like I faced them and everything like that. And apparently, I might have apparently been to their channel before, because I go there and I remember and I saw like I had some channel points. But basically, as I was just saying, like, man, it must be a Jason night because like I was having a lot of Jason players or Jason killers and all that. And then we were kind of talking a little bit. And the dude seemed cool, which is always nice to see. And we were kind of talking about this one moment that that happened in the game where basically he managed to get a he managed to get like a nice shot on me because apparently because in Chaos Shuffle he was given a perk called Deer Stalker. And he pretty much like he fucking yeeted the I think it was like I don't know if it was like the hook spike thing or something else, whatever. But but he basically he got me good. He got me with a more and everything like that. And then he was kind of like showing me the clip, and he was like showing me the clip and everything. And I mean and like. Because I mean, even though like I'm not saying like like and even though like I'm not saying like, oh, you know, like even though I'm not saying like I was mad at him or anything like that, you know, but it's, you know, and all that, especially like, you know, when he showed, you know, we're showing the clip of, you know, when he guy just, you know, got the long shot on me, you know, from like almost like across the map, or whatever. It's like, you know, I was like, yeah, you know, I'll give you that. You know, it's like you know, I gave the guy credit. You know, you know, he got me pretty good. Um, you know, which is like, you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes I know some people like doing what's I guess usually kind of like referred to as like, you know, like long shots. You know, on survivors. You know, it's like, you know, it's like, oh, like you're gonna you know, go for snipes and things like that. Okay, I got the max amount of cookeries. Trying to be careful because I'm trying to be careful because I don't know if you guys can see it, but you know, you see like these little like spike, uh, like these little spike clumps that are all together and everything. Those are pretty much meant to be like poison. And if a lot of them go off, and if they go off, you know, they kind of build up poison. Then there's oftentimes quite a bit of it. And I think the final match, I think that the final match that I had on DVD during Count Shuffle was against the Nine. Um, and I'd say like the match overall was, I would say like the match overall was like decently better than my previous, you know, matches, you know, leading up to that one. Um, I did manage to get lucky to, I did manage to get lucky to basically like, I did manage to get lucky. I got lucky and managed to find the hatch because I was the last one live. So. That was weird. And I have mentioned this before and everything, but and you know, I still wholeheartedly admit, you know, this is the case. But you know, I've admitted like several times in the past that, you know, when it comes to playing DBD, like I'm not the best I'm not the best, person that out, the whole entire game. Like I'm not like some god tier, I'm not like some god tier player where it's like, it's like, oh, if I play Survivor, I could, I can loot for killer for 5 gens or something like that, to the point where it's like, like A, they DC out of rage, or they give up on me entirely. It's where it's like, oh, they're no longer chasing me, and shit like that. And I can't have like those moments where it's like, oh, like I'm, like I get chased every now and then. I can still work on a gen, and stuff like that. Or even like, to the point where it's like, oh, like if I was to play killer, then like I can, I can go get like 4Ks at 5 gens with somehow being able to, with some sort of ability to like, hook, like 12 hook everyone. Like oh. So it's like, oh, like I'm, I'm spraying out the hooks, I'm not tunneling, like I'm not tunneling anyone in particular. I'm just, going like after this one person, and, just that and whatever. Another reason why I am doing the stream and everything like this, with it in this on this thing, pretty much is because I'm not really doing much of anything, and I was just like, you know what, I'm probably just gonna go, get on Elden Ring, play with my, my fifth build, work on him some more and all that, and go from there. Excuse me. And even though it might not be, much, to some people, but I guess like even though it might not be much overall, whatever. But I guess that's like a little also. But I guess like as like a little bonus type of thing, and like a. I guess you'd say it's kind of maybe like a side objective or something like that, but I'm kind of wanting to maybe get to about around like the same point as Onyx did when he was playing around with his build character, his Doom guy, if you will. Which, if it's anything to go off of, I'd say that probably he was at around, like he last left off somewhere around like at the mountaintop of the Giants. And I say that because, like, from the, and I mainly say that because of the little video thing that he did, like the little video edit of the little video edit thing that he did of some of the moments that he had and everything. Even though like I wasn't around, like for all parts of of those streams and everything like that, like I know that like I do recall that he did quite a lot of stuff. Like he was doing like like streaming for quite a bit, for those runs. So. And also, right now, I am currently playing online, even though, like, like even though like I know that I could do this stuff offline, but like I don't know. Sometimes I just like seeing like the random notes, things that people put, just randomly seeing like the shades of other people, and seeing what they're doing. Like basically like having those little like glimpses of something that people are currently doing like as of right now. Alright. Go up here. We'll go over there, take on giant squid ball bitch yourself. Silver God's Curved Sword. Uses suffers so restores HP upon slaying an enemy. I'm trying to think, like, could it possibly... I'm trying to think, could I possibly get, like, the value from it if I have it in my offhand? I mean, even like I am gonna be, like, using, Starfish and everything like that, but... having something, like, have something as a little side, thing that, maybe, that can do certain things. Especially if, it can help, being... Especially if it can help, be beneficial and all that. Oh, get off me! Ow, ow, ow. So yeah, I think I'm gonna probably keep this on for right now. Especially like having like especially like having the HP restoration upon defeated enemies and all that, basically. Ashes of War. Runark. Stone 4. Okay. Pop this. We're gonna chill here now. got 2 summons. I'll summon, I'll summon him in a little bit. I wanted to summon him first because I know he's gonna give a gesture, and I want to get said gesture. Casual greeting. Bring him in because he's fist build. He's a fisty big character. Alright. We'll get There we go. Nightborn, Scale Soul, and Dragonheart. And yes, I know that more than likely the whole situation of bringing in summons, like increases this, that, and the other. But I don't care. I want to have some fun, man. I want to have a nice little party with people, even if they are NPCs. Alright. Put that in there. That in there. I do plan on kind of doing a thing too, in a way, where I have another one of these. So I was kind of really curious to see, I was kind of really curious about this, and then I think when I saw the stats and everything like that, because I started things off with having these be a heavy infusement. It was heavy infusement with with Cragblade Ash of War, and then I found the whetstone that and then I found the whetstone that gave the cold infusement, and then I believe I saw there was a scaling or something like that that was in the red, so I didn't know for sure if if I was able to really use if I was able to really use the the thing I didn't know for sure if I was gonna be able to use the the cold cold star fist, if I was help out other people in their worlds. So the idea that I had at most was I wanted to try and have maybe a backup version that's gonna be just heavy heavy infusement with Cragblade. I know that at most I should build. I believe at most I can build to get the the Starfist on my end, and also probably get the Ash of War as well. But maybe as a bit of, maybe I might see if I can get lucky with this. But I might kind of poke Onyx and be like, hey, what's the what's your starter fist weapons at for for your fist build and everything like that? Maybe I can build to maybe I can get like a head start. Like maybe I can have like something that would I can both use and have like a backup. You know. Cause I say like at most, I don't really mind mentioning this, but when it comes to like playing, like online and everything like that, I'm more of a cooperator type of person. I usually like play, like do co-op stuff. Whether it be like with whether it be like with like friends or with random people and everything like that. I just do more co-op stuff than like invasions. And yes, I have done invasions before and everything like that, but the one thing that's kind of like, I feel like the one thing that's kind of like stopping me per se of, like trying to do more invasions is that every time that you die, excuse me, every time that you die, you lose your runes where you last died at, so it's like, like I died, say like, right here, and I'm somewhere completely different. And it's like, oh, I have to like go here or fast travel, like fast travel here, or, hoof it, there, and and shit like that. And I don't really like that. Like I don't. Hello, good sir. Feel the icy chill. Ruler mass. Ruler's mass. Row. Ow! Where'd he go? Oh. I was like really hoping that he fucking would I was like really hoping that he was gonna fall from like a great height and everything. That would have been so damn funny. But he didn't. Kind of sad, but what can you do?
The Erd Tree is close. Only a little further till the foot of the Erd Tree. And the accord is fulfilled. It takes me back. I was born at the foot of the Erd Tree, where Mother gave me my purpose. Though now, everything is lost to me. I have to ascertain for myself the reason for which I live, burned and bodiless.
Yeah, so I think like because because this thing right here gives like the HP restoration upon defeating enemies and all that. I think probably what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to like have this on my offhand, and it'll be, and I guess you could say it'll be kind of like a fifth talisman slot, you know, because in the because in the game, in this game originally, you can only have like 4 slots, so we're gonna have like the hidden fifth one, you know. We're gonna have like a nice hidden fifth one. I might probably do a thing as well where it's like if I can maybe like I don't know if I'm kind of thinking to myself like maybe if I have like if I can find like Golden Vow or something like that I might kind of like put that on here. I'll maybe like use that to like buff myself and anyone else that I might help out with and and then I can be able just to go from there. So, but yeah, I think so. I definitely think I'm gonna keep this on the character. Like I said, especially having that nice little fifth fifth talisman, and everything like that.
I've been waiting for you. I knew you had the stuff of champions. I hereby invite you to the Volcano Manor. Take my hand and have audience with my mistress. Give me your hand. I will pray that you follow the same path as Lady Tanith.
I'm only doing it, basically get to the volcano manor faster, and I can both like to do the stuff, do the stuff and things there. So, yeah.
Brave Tarnished. Welcome to the Volcano Manor. I am Tanith, Ryas, a warrior. Perhaps you will join? Why accept rise with us?
Sure, I'll join.
Now you the drawing room, but be sure. The drawing room is use the key.
Sure, I'll join. I'll want to do certain things. Give me your geezer, little bitch. Hey, take that, man. I tell you what, son. Alright. Okay. We're gonna open these bad boys up. Green bottle.
heaven's name are you doing here? The Volcano Manor. I hope you are... Well, I thought you perhaps play... But know that before you consider... This blasphemous... Before you
Okay. Alright, yeah. So probably I'll probably like, get the map and stuff on my downtime, but like right now I just kind of want to press onwards. Alright, let's see here. See if that's gonna do anything. Nope. It's fine. Ow. Meow. Oh, hello. Let me just get this over here. And you and I can have a nice little chat. Come here, you. How did those miss? Oh no! Great, now I got the other bitches on my ass. You're fucking bothering me. And one for the road, bitch. he's around and everything as well, might as well kill him too. I'm gonna go over here, get to see it, and I believe also way out in the yonders, I believe there's also the map fragment. Way over here is gonna be, yeah, like way over there is gonna be a little bridge with the teleporter. There's also gonna be a Martian as well.
Oh dear. Am I terribly sorry. Are you here as a customer?
Alright. Got that. Alright. Go here. Go here to do a little fast traveling. Yeah. Yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying the stream and everything like that, though. You know, whether you're watching this live or, you know, VOD in some sort of way. Alright. Onwards this way. I believe there's gonna be like some nice cavalry, like right where those giant doors are. We're not gonna take them on, like like at the same time or whatever. Might try to see if I can, we can do like a 1v1 scenario. Because it's best to do it solo, especially like in the 1v1 type situations that have both of them on your ass. Funny thing too, per se, is that there's actually a way. So there's actually like a way that you can be able to summon people to help you out with Knights Cavalry, Tree Sentinels. I don't know why I said Knights Cavalry before. I'm gonna try and show you first. We'll get this. Okay, so... Okay, so let's say, you know, like... excuse me. So let's say you're in the mood, you know, to kill, you know, Tree Sentinels here and everything like that. You know, maybe you want to get, you know, like the stuff that, you know, they drop and everything. So, what I pretty much learned, in random funny story, I actually recreated this recently with a couple of friends. So, right around like this little area right here, I'd say. Um, what you want to do is you want to have like you want to have people put their the gold signs down right here because I think it pretty much like from like this little barrier onward, like if you're looking from like this direction, like everything from here onwards, will still be in that little area and you can still summon and all that. So pretty much like at most, like have people put gold signs down, and I feel like when you get close, I think like when you get close to like one of the tree sentinels, like one of them starts to like kind of like slowly but surely trotting away, and everything. So what you want to do is like you want to have that guy, you want to have that boy, be on his way, at the bottom of the thing, and then you can take on the other one, solo, and then like once you do that, then you can be able to take on the other one. So yeah, we got him on his way. We want to make sure that you want to make sure that he's not too close. And at most you want to have like no line of sight on him. And I kind of recommend in a way to it's like crouch, get to one of them, and then one of them, they should start moving along the way. And he heals. And he heals. Alright, let's cross proc on hill. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, that's like the little stopping point for the other tree sentinel guy. No matter if it's like this one or the other one that we just killed, they're still going to always be like, they're always going to stop like right there. And there you go. Entry Great Shield and Heroes Route 1. Alright, so, and also, in case anyone wants to know, once you kill them, they stay dead, but I think what you have to do is you have to make, I think what you have to do at most is make sure both of them are dead, because if you only kill one and leave the other one, I think the other one actually comes back. But don't fully quote me on that, please. That's kind of just like, I'm trying, because it's been a while since I've, done sort of a thing like that. Do you believe you fast? Someone's got bloodhounds.
Spoken words, if you would. Himara, I declare through under those bliss my comrade.
I only did that mainly to get that because even though like people might say consider it be a little bit. Yeah, I don't know exactly what people would say about that. Like what they consider that to be, but overall, it's one of those situations where it's like, hey, it's to me it's like, hey, it's like to me it's like it's almost like it's close to being like a dab. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much as close as you can get to like it being a dab of some kind. Let's see. Got warm welcome. Actually, let's put warm welcome there. And just for funsies, I guess. Just for funsies, I guess. We'll do the ring thing. Like, oh my god, look at that! It goes right through my hat. Goes right through my hat. But I think overall, we might just put it there. Okay. Okay. Go here. There's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. Yep, Fang Gargoyles. Gonna do that shit. Have fun with that shit. Like, yeah, have fun with that shit. I'm trying to think if there's anything in particular up here. And lost Ashes of War. Yeah, get out of here.
smoldering.
Get him. Where you at, Melina?
Spoken echo, shall I shout? And hear me make of that shooting a mounting.
Okay. I love it. Oh, silver, away! Yeah, no thank you. Like what I'll be saying, yeah. Alright.
Is some customer well?
That. Alright. It's a great shield. Or seal. Oh wait. Oh, let me check some. Masters of War. Standard. I want to check and see if I can build like, you know, to okay. Yeah, I'm only putting Sacred Blade thing on that for right now. Because it may be a slow leader, I don't know. You have like really no health. Yeah, here. Okay. Motherfuckers, I think, aiming at me. Is the thing activated or not? Come on. Ow! I didn't want to jump off. Now, like, no, get off. There we go. Get him. Dragon Great Claw. Oh. Hey, looky here, Herschel. The one colossal weapon that I'm gonna be able to use, technically. Even though I think I have to, like, use it in my world, because I don't think I can be able to use it in other people's worlds. Yeah. Man, I'd say probably like at most, I don't know if I'll be like, fully catching up in this stream in particular. But who knows? We might make like some decent progress at most, for this run. The idea at most, the idea at most that I kind of want to try and do is I want to try and like hopefully get to Golden Grain Pile, as Alex would say, to get my 4th talisman slot, and then go to put the final thing on. And then yeah, I'll pretty much be done with the main stuff. going across the rooftops like we're playing like Assassin's Creed or whatever. I love it. Cat tail, love it. Yep. Excuse you. Mind your P's and Q's, boy. Ow. How did that have like a fucking invincibility frame? Ow, ow. Look at that. Ow. How are you having these? How are you having invincibility frames? Yeah, here. Cheating ass motherfucker. Cheating ass son of a bitches. Alright, chill here. Everything up.
My utmost for bringing here, and thus I shall farewell. I shall leave. I wish you luck. You have. I have no.
Alright, so off goes Melina for now. Alright, so yeah, so like I said, right now we're going to be trying to, you know, to get our fourth and final slot, you know, talisman pouch. And have enough stamina to go do a thing. I got the shield and the night helm. And the night armor. I'm getting everything. Dragonwood grease. Go up here. We go jump a rooski at most. On the rune arc. It's 111. Alright, we'll chill here. because why not? Alright. So, random little thing. If you get so this gargoyle boil right here, it doesn't really get aggro unless like you go try and go over there, get the seed and everything like that. Even if like like you're right here, I think even like right here as well, you know. So it's kind of like a thing where it's like, oh, you can choose if you want to take them on or not. There you go. Yeah, if you ever want to get the Gargoyle's Halberd, then there you go. Like, there you go. Alright, before we continue onwards, though, I'm going to go back to the Gwei, so I'm going to put seven things in my chest, and I think I managed to get, like, the other half of the Crimson Medallion, Crimson Tier thing, for the health. I'll put that in my thing for right now, because I don't know if I'll be able to, if I would really use that. Alright, so basically we have another extra flask type thing, and that'll be the one that gives us like a full, I'd say pretty much like a full heal at most. So.
No. I need to do better than this. This will never kill a god. I can do better than this. Oh, don't pay me, just lay out.
So, okay, so the Starfish are at plus 13. It's very nice. Okay. West Capital Rampart, I believe. Okay. Don't get severe. I love it. Alright, yeah, so now, you know, we can just, you know, run towards the boss area. Gotta be careful because these fuckers are gonna be on my arse. Ow. Alright. Oh, fourth and final talisman pouch. We're going to put that bad boy on right now. Oh. Someone also has the Lionel set, but they have the damn it, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's the I think it's like the Godslayer's Great Sword or something like that. Like I like the thing about the thing about me, right, is that like I can recognize some weapons, you know, and everything like that, but I can't. I'm not gonna like always guarantee that I know the names like right off the top of my head. So pretty much in this case, be like, oh hey, you know, it's that sword. You know, I was like, oh, I remember that sword. So. On here. Yeah, plus 13 and everything. It's very nice. Holy grease. Alright. Oh, come on. Bitch. Living in your tree. Alright, so I'm gonna try maybe this a couple times solo at first. You know, just to see, you know, how things hold up, I guess. Couple tricks, you know, to how did that miss?
Shall not be forgotten.
Oh, it's a great run.
Tarnished. Not but a fool. The Erd Tree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken. None may claim the title of Elden Lord. Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as I.
You know what I'm saying with that? You know what I'm saying with that? Eh, 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 eh. Okay.
Hello again. Allow me, you are unable prevented the thorn, a husk, the only way, and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide.
Alright. Remarks me on the map. Okay. I'm trying to think about whether or not I should, you know, bother attempting, you know, to do Underground Sewer right now, or maybe like in the next stream. But I think for right now, No. I think for right now though, I want to go back to East Capital Rampart. I don't know for sure, but I think like Braggart might be in like a new location. Yeah, question mark. And I believe he's gonna have like like the I don't the other broiled things. He likes to cook. Well, actually, I guess I could go. I guess I could go here. Actually, might see if he's there. If he is, we might see if he has the new shit. Now, probably on my downtime, I might like go around and do a few little things here and there. They kind of maybe get maybe like for example, like get some maybe get like some more Sacred Tier stuff or whatever to upgrade my flask, my flask stealing. We might also kind of technically do a thing where it's like I might sort of like go to the do like the Radon festival thing, but we'll see.
What are you looking at? Oh, you again, is it? Perfect bloody timing, actually. I got crab, cooked up fresh.
Stock on that.
Mate, there's something I should probably tell you. You heard of the Dung Eater? He's a madman. Has it out for everyone. Curses them. Goes round in his rank armor and all. You see him though. Stay, well, away. I was in the same jail as him once, so I know firsthand. He's a god-forsaken monster. Not just some petty thug like me. He's a killer. Kills people. And curses the souls. Does all sort of shit to the corpses. To keep them cursed forever. I've never been more scared than you. Rooted to the bloody spot while he did that to my friend. Never met someone with a taste for crab I couldn't trust. You've got a real thing here, eh? And it's only getting better.
Okay. To YouTube location. One randomly posted on the poll. Try to remember something. There's a bird. Oh, heck. Like hello and goodbye. Alright. Now I know that I have to like, complete this area in order, to fast travel, but I'm not gonna do it in this stream. Alright. Let's see. Think it's this way. Radu, yeah. We're gonna go say hi to a familiar little face. One by one by one by one.
To a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief! The gods demand repentance! Cough up your coin! All of it! Wait, please! I surrender! White flag and all! Well, finally come round, have you? Well, I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true. Well, what do you know? Now, how did I took you for an innocent... Well, water... A true... I'm Patrick, tarnished, only for now. In exchange for... Honestly, frankly. So don't be... I'll be ready to...
Okay. So we're gonna reset the area. I believe Patches might, be there, at least for now. Being a little merchant boy that he is. Maybe he's moved there. Oh, I got trapped in a trapeze near. Ah, bitch. I thought I was trying to move away from it and everything. So yeah, when you see chests like that, and you have just like the blowing smoke, and you get the little message, that means it's going to take you to a random little place. And what you have to do is you have to find a grace to sit at, otherwise then you can't build the fast travel. Okay. Alright, let's see if he's actually at Volcano Manor, because that's usually a place, because that's usually not like another little place that Patches would be. Yeah, he's right there.
Well, you joined the manor, huh? I don't believe it. Didn't think you had it in you. And here I thought Raya was barking up the wrong tree. All good, though. We're on the same side now. We'll do good work together. Oh, and of course, we can do Patch's Emporium at the...
Shackle.
Cheers for that. Forgot something. No, no. Are you surprised that I belong to the Volcano Manor? I always hated the gibberish about Lost Grace and the laughable Two Fingers. I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention, Tanith has always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something, because she's pretty damn smug about it. Even after announcing her blasphemous ambitions, she still stands proud. I've never seen a woman quite like her.
Alright, well, yeah, I think that's actually going to be how I end the stream and everything like that. Yeah, we made some nice progress and everything like that, so, yeah. So I think probably the next time that I do my run with 50 McPunch'em, I'm probably going to, like, you know, even though I'm not the biggest, even though, like, I don't like doing it all that much, but like, I'm kind of, like, you know, really curious, you know, to see how this build is against him. Probably what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna, you know, make my way to Caelid, you know, do like probably like the Radon Festival thing, and maybe like some little stuff here and there, and then I'll probably like work my way to the mountaintop of the Giants, you know, do some progress stuff on there, and you know, see what happens. So yeah. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and everything like that, though. Again, and as always, just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. But yeah, just show my PC channel real quick. Just like, well, you know, possibly set up a raid. Because even if I don't, because I've always talked about this before, but it's like, you know, no matter if I'm streaming during my normal time frame or, you know, or whatever, you know, I often, you know, like trying to, you know, randomly raid people and everything like that, even if I may not know them as much, if at all. Raid command, stuff set up, because I can find someone. Alright, but yeah, just bear with me, give me some time and all that, see if, you know, it's possible anyone to might want to try and raid into. This person's playing Elden Ring as well. See about this person. Damn, almost 8.5 hours. Ah, yes, the convergence mod. PT people is still lucky. Oh god, this person's fighting fucking me during the DLC. Lucifernus EN. LUCIN. USCN. Alright, so before we try and attempt to see if we can raid this person, again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and everything like that. You know, whether you were watching this live or as a VOD of some kind, you know, I really appreciate it. Let's see, I believe today's Tuesday. Yep. Alright, so my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be, you know, on Wednesday, which is going to be another Weapons Mod Wednesday playthrough thing. We'll be doing more of the Lou mod for Doom 1 as we do Episode 2. And then probably on Thursdays when I'll do more Dead by Daylight, doing the week 2 of the Summer Screams event and everything like that, when we play a little bit of Lights Out and see what happens. So, yeah. Alright, looks like we can do the raid. Alright, but yeah, so if you enjoyed what you saw today and everything, and you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub and all the usual good stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, maybe in Blue Sky as well. And until I see you all next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.